Welcome to Learn and Go Go, the podcast. Hey. Oh, yay. I love that the comments section is getting hopping already. My name is Sydnee. I am your host, and I am also the author of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go, How a Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self. I kind of feel like things are kind of in the wrong spot tonight. I don't know why. I just set everything up. It just seems kind of off, but I hope you guys can hear me. You can see me. I feel like I'm very bright, but it's all good. Hoping to shine a light on your lives tonight on this wonderful Wednesday. I love that you guys are joining me. I see Luna Projects, I see Mortimer, I see Lizzie, I see Skull. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys are awesome. I can't wait to hear about what you have been up to this past week since we last met. Again, thank you so much to everybody who hopped on with me Thursday. That was kind of like a last minute surprise. That's why it's called Surprise Podcast. I just missed you all Wednesday. So I was so happy that so many of you decided to join me on Thursday. I'm glad I'm feeling better. Hey, so Severian is here too. So awesome to see you. So yeah, what I am really good at is forgetting to pitch my own shit. So if you have not yet bought a copy of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go, How a Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self, you can get your copy at learnedingogo.com. That is learnedingogo.com, available in ebook and paperback, and you can even get a signed paperback. So awesome. Let's see who's here. I love seeing everybody say hi to each other. You guys make me so happy. I cannot wait to hear what you guys have been up to. As usual, please in the comments put anything that I can promote for you, anything I can give you a shout out. Feel free. Hey, Alec is here too. Excellent. The music outcast himself. He was my guest a couple weeks ago. So super excited to see you joining us as well. Follow him on the Music Outcast for sure. Oh, Kyler. I'm so okay. This is making me smile so big. I gave a girl my number today, and apparently she has a crush on me. Oh, you got to keep us in the loop. I love crushes. Please let us know what is happening with that for sure. Hey, Freddie is here. Thank you for hopping on and joining us too. Awesome. Okay, so in the vein of Kyler's news, I want to hear any stories you guys have of crushes that you have had, and did you have the cojones? Did you have the cajoles to let your crush know? Especially if it is in a time when you couldn't do it digitally. Like if it's a digital thing, that's cool too. But like if you had to like walk up and give somebody a piece of paper, or like the old, let me see your hand and write your number on their hand trick. Oh yeah. Oh, he says, I promise she's pretty and nice. She better be, or else this entire comment section is coming for her, because she better not be mean to you, because we will kick her butt. You know we all got your back, sweetie. But yeah, did you guys ever have a crush on somebody? I have definitely in my younger years for sure had crushes. Like I was definitely a boy crazy teenage girl for sure. Excuse me, I got a little froggy in my throat. And I'm trying to remember like how I would let them know. And it's funny because like I think about in my freshman year of high school, we had a cotillion. I'm sorry, it was the sophomore cotillion. We didn't have it freshman year. Freshman year. We did not have one freshman year. It was sophomore year is what I'm trying to say. Words are hard. So I asked I don't know, like 3 or 4 guys to go with me, and they all turned me down. And so I went by myself, and then like one of my best friends went by herself. So we just told everybody we were going as the lesbian couple. But we both went solo, and I had to get the one foreign exchange student. I'm pretty sure his name was Renee from Austria. And I was like, "Would you take a picture with me?" And he's like, "Photo?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I like dragged this poor guy who had no idea what was going on with me to take a photo with me. So it wasn't just me in the picture, like, because they wouldn't let me and my friend do it together. Um, but yeah, I know I definitely had a crush on at least one of those guys that was like, nah, nah. So whatever. I'm super happily married now. So whatever had to happen to get me to this part of my life. Everything happens for a reason. Let's see. Are you getting a lag again, Luna? I'm sorry. Um, so Mortimer says, I let my crush know because I married her. You guys are so cute. That's what I want for you, Kyler. I want you to have a Mortimer and Lizzie kind of love. Yeah, like the Phil Collins song, other than, baby, you and your crush have a Lizzie and Mortimer kind of love. It really doesn't work syllable wise, but you know what I'm saying. Let's see. Uh, I used to have a crush on my neighbor's older daughter. She treated me like a younger brother. It was awesome. That's cool. Alex working on new music, which is always awesome. Lizzie says, I've been going nuts trying to navigate our busted health park song about navigating the healthcare system, I believe. So if you're getting frustrated, listen to that. It would probably be good therapy. Disconnected. Oh no, can you guys hear me? I think my headphones just disconnected. Mother of pearl. It's not what I wanted to say. All right, let me see if I can connect them again. What's going on? Let's see here. Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay, it said connected. What in what? Okay, so the funny thing is my headphones are telling me disconnected and connected, but my mic should not. Oh, you know what it did? Mother. This is pissing me off. I don't know why. Um, oh no, okay, it should be in the right thing. I don't know why StreamYard wants me to use the microphone in the webcam. Oh, because this isn't my laptop camera's up here, but I have a separate webcam because I'm trying to be all schmancy and clear because my regular camera goes out and then in. So I don't know why if my headphones, which are on Bluetooth, disconnected, it would mess with the mic, which is a USB. I don't get it. So I'm glad I'm back. So happy to be back. Leah, so happy you joined us. All that you have missed for 1 second is we're talking about, did you ever have a crush on someone? And if you did you have the cajoles to go and tell them that you did? Or did you just crush from afar? Oh, Lizzie loves Mortimer. Mortimer and Lizzie sitting in a tree. That's all I'm going to say about that because that's going to go. Let's see. YouTube stop updating, Kyler said. That's weird. I wonder if I went out on the people on Facebook or just YouTube. That's very, very strange. Very strange. I'm always hanging out with the Ghost Luna projects. Like this one right here. This is the ghost of technology because that's what technology's given me lately. The good old finger 11. I don't know if you can see my little ghost is doing this. So there you can see the little middle fingers. Yes. So, okay, first of all, Lizzie knew exactly what I was going to say. Fucking. Okay. Mortimer says, Trema, Texas tour starts September 20th. If you are in, is that at what? I don't want to say the wrong town in Texas. Could you put it in the comments which cities? Because it's multiple dates, I believe. Right. Hence it being a tour. That was very stupid said. But our very own Mortimer Deadfellow, you are going to recognize as Toxie on the Troma Texas tour. So if you are around for any of those dates, please go and support my good friend Mortimer Deadfellow as the Toxic Avenger and get your picture taken because the outfit is freaking cool. Uh, Aaliyah says, I crushed for 13 years, had my boyfriend tell. Oh, or is that best friend? Best friend tell? I don't think you'd have your boyfriend tell you a crush unless you're kinky like that, sweetie. Let's see. Oh, Lynn is asking where I got my little finger 11 ghost. He was a gift from one of my besties. We went to New Orleans for her 50th, and she gave us each of these, and she gave us a little it looks like a perfume bottle, and it says vampire venom, and I would show you, but my ring light's leaning on it right now. And the way that my technology is working tonight, I'm just not going to touch it. Okay, Liam and best friend. I saw BF. I'm like, you had your boyfriend tell your crush? That's scandalo. Let's see. Mortimer says 5 chances to meet Lloyd, Uncle Lloyd Kaufman, creator of Troma. Oh, Lizzie is on it. Waco, Dallas, Arlington, Fort Worth, and Denton, the home of happiness. I don't think it's that Denton, but excellent. I knew Waco. I knew 1 of 5, so cool. And Skull saying Mortimer Toxie, very cool. Yeah, if you have not yet met Lloyd Kaufman, he is a sweetheart, super duper nice guy, and responsible for some really, really cool indie films. So definitely check him out. I'm just gonna get a little sippy sip. Tatiana to all of you at home. If you are new here, we say Tatiana when it is time to take a drink, take a puff, whatever you are doing. And it doesn't have to be alcohol. It can be water. It can be soda. It can be, whatever. Whatever blows your skirt up. All right. But yeah, I'm super duper excited that Mortimer is getting to be Toxie on this tour. Well deserved, my friend. Well deserved. And if I was anywhere near Texas, I would be coming out to hang for sure. So does anybody else have any crush stories? I'm trying to think. I feel like once this podcast is over, I'll be like, oh yeah. I do remember once it was our chorus tour in I want to say junior year. I'm trying to remember which one we did. It doesn't matter. It's junior or senior year. And the school that I went to, we would go on a tour like Toxie's doing, only not as cool. And we would go play, we would go sing at churches and, wherever would take us and house a bunch of stupid high school kids. So we were at the one place and we're all hanging out in this, it might have been the church, so Severian will know what I mean when it's the youth room, that's what I'm picturing with the couches and the bean bags and, whatever. But we were staying there overnight. We were all sleeping there. So we all decided we're going to play Truth or Dare because that's always a good idea. And they dared me to tell the one guy that I had a crush on him. Fun fact, I had a crush on him, but nobody knew. And I was like, dang it. And he was sleeping on the couch. So I had to go wake him up. On the very off chance he's watching this, because he is my Facebook friend, I'm not going to say who. You know who you are if you're watching. And I'm just hey, I think you're really hot. I'd love to go out with you or whatever. Well, I didn't know he was pretending to be asleep and heard the whole thing. And he just cackled in my face. Opened his eyes wide and cackled. Not a snowball's chance in the pit of Hades, that kind of cackle. And I was like, man, you would have crushed me if I was serious. But then I knew, sometimes it's just not your thing. It's not meant for you. So it's all good. Yes. And the fireplace sometimes. Some of those youth rooms do have fireplaces for sure. Kyler says, I used to have a crush on Elvira and Tank Girl. Who does not have a crush on Elvira? I still have a crush on Cassandra Peterson. She is, man, love her. Oh, Aaliyah, I'm sorry. You had your best friend ask him and he wanted to be with the best friend and not you. That has happened to me and that sucks a lot. I'm sorry. Um, let's see. Oh, fun fact. Shock Treatment was intended to be filmed in Denton, Texas, but there was some showbiz strike, so they had to move it to England. I never knew that. That's really cool. I'm sorry, Mortimer has stories, but people can be cruel to someone with a heart. Yeah, people are so rude and F them. They don't know what they're missing, quite honestly, because, like people like us, like I believe all of us in the comments and myself, because I know all y'all, like we're basically hearts walking around with limbs. Like we love hard. And if people can't recognize that, then that's on them. That's not on us. And they missed out, because that's crap. So oh, Aaliyah says they live next door to each other. You know why? Because he was probably peeping in her window. Mm-hmm. Just saying. His loss. His loss. That's all I got to say about that. So, yeah, crushes. Let's move on to something else. This is what I say to all the people that we crushed on that didn't appreciate us. I'm giving the finger 11 from the ghosty. He says, up yours and up yours too. And the horse you rode in on. That's what he's saying. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I'm glad that I don't have those teenage hormones anymore. Although the ones I'm losing, I wish I had back because this perimenopause shit is for the birds. Let me tell you. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole right now. But when I was just thinking of like my teenage self and how I was just like, yeah, mostly boy crazy back then. But there were some girls too. But like back then you weren't as forward about that as you can be now. So I'm happy to be where I am now in my life. And like I said, it all happens for a reason. It all brings you where you need to be on your path. Quick little plug, if you don't already follow my Learn to Go Instagram page, please do. I also have a Sydnee Facebook page. It's SYDNEE. And it's a Facebook page that is different from the Learn and Go page and different from the Sydnee author page because I have way too many social medias. But on those, every morning I do a positive affirmation, and I typically use a deck of cards I have called Affirmators. And I say every day, I'm not affiliated. I get no kickback from the company. They were a gift from a friend. I love them. I use them. But typically, when I get those cards, I talk about being on the path, being on the right path, how things happen in the right time, not necessarily our time. And we meet the people that we're supposed to get us to our best self. And I love the one card I referenced it this morning because I did not pick it this morning, but I picked it last week. That's everyone's a teacher. And the people that teach us the nice lessons, we call friends. And the ones that teach us the hard lessons, we call a-holes. So they're all there to teach us something. And I am very sorry if you guys have had to deal with a-holes. That's just getting you on the right path to where you need to be. So let's see. Oh, Luna's getting a cooling blanket. Oh, because of the hormone. I saw Mortimer say, picture me on a balcony, voice singing low. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? And here comes Luna saying she's getting a cooling blanket. I mean, hey, we all know Mortimer's got it. So, if you need a cooling blanket. And what I was picturing, Mortimer, like my brain, and you know how my brain works, immediately went to Robin Hood Men in Tights. Like, the night is young and you're so beautiful, like with the, oh, that's what I immediately thought of because that's, my brain's always hopping from reference to reference, but that's hysterical. just the way the comments lined up. That was hilarious. All right. So we have Toxie Tour. We have Music Outcast. We have Kyler's Big News. We have, of course, my book and my affirmations. Anybody else have anything to plug? Put it in the comments, please. Hopefully, there will be more Red Huntress news soon. Metal Earth stuff is always awesome too. Definitely, check out if you're not following Metal Earth. Curse of the Ghostwriter. We are doing some exciting stuff, and I cannot wait to see the progress of Curse of the Ghostwriter. I was talking about that today, about being in New York City and filming that and how much fun that was. Like my first time at Coney Island, and just like, that's so fun. And I just appreciate all of you who are involved in indie projects, because that is where the real creativity comes out, by like having to be creative forces you to do awesome fucking stuff, seriously. Let's see. Mortimer says it's the Tin Man song. Like from Wizard of Oz. The night is, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm still singing that. Picturing Robin Hood singing to Maid Marian. Yeah, so I don't know what that says. I am GM. I am good morning. I am gum. Oh, I am working on Mulligan. I still don't know what you mean, sweetie. Not Mulligan. Okay. I'm sorry, YouTube is just being mean to you lately. I apologize for them. Oh, yes. Mortimer has Beware the Devil's Wrath coming soon, and he plays a good pastor. I cannot wait to check that out. That will be amazing. So cool. Michael, hooray! I'm so glad you're here. Cinema Wasteland is coming up. Super cool. Definitely, you guys post about this stuff on Facebook, so I can share it on my Facebook as well. I know I've shared some of the projects, but definitely make sure if you don't see me sharing them, they might not have wound up in my feed. So let me know so I can share them. Luna's working on multiple things coming up in the close future. Definitely got to keep an eye on her, ladies and gentlemen, because there's going to be some really awesome things coming up soon. For sure. All right, so to totally switch gears here, you may have noticed that I named this episode, Will My Childhood Dream Come True? So, fun fact that I haven't told a ton of people, but I'm going to put it on my podcast, because why not? Because you guys rock, and I want you to know. So, barring things unforeseen, with my senior pooch, I know a lot of you know I can't really talk a whole lot about this because I will have a total mental breakdown, but my old lady is reaching. So my nephew is going to come tomorrow and stay with her for a couple hours so I can sneak out and go audition for Wheel of Fortune. I have always wanted to be on Wheel of Fortune since I was little and watched it at my grandparents' house. I have been told I am very good at Wheel of Fortune, and not for nothing, I probably have a pretty good average at guessing puzzles. I think my ex-husband used to call me a savant. I'm like, did you just call me the Rain Man of Wheel of Fortune? But yeah, they're doing auditions in Philly. So I figured they're right there. I can scoot up, take a couple hours, scoot home. So I'm super excited. And I've always wanted to do it, but I'm always like, yeah, I will be sitting there and I'll know the puzzle and I will spin a bankrupt or spin a lose a turn every time. And I'm going to get pissed because I know the puzzle and I can't solve it. But it's an open audition. So you got to go, you got to wait in line, stuff like that. I'm going to go see what it's about. If I don't get picked, I don't get picked. But I figured it would be fun, right? Why not? Because I've probably been watching Wheel of Fortune for 45 years out of my 50. So I should give it a go, right? I should give it a spin. And if you're in the Philly area, it's tomorrow at Rivers Casino from 11 to 3. So come wait in line with me and we can chat while we wait to go do our 30 seconds of, hi, I'm Sydney and I have a wonderful husband and 3 kids and 2 dogs and I like to read and I have a book, like whatever my 30 seconds are going to be. I'm not planning it out because if I plan it out, then it's like pressure. It's like my podcast. I'm just going to make it up as I go. I get 30 seconds. That's it. And they're like, the one thing that they said was, don't say how much you love Wheel of Fortune because obviously that's why you're here. I'm like, that's fair. That's fair. So I know not to do that. But I'm super stoked to at least go try. And if they're like, nah, at least I tried, right? So yeah, there's that going on. So I want to know 2 things. One, what are your childhood dreams? Have you achieved them or are you still wishing to? And 2, what are your favorite game shows? Do you have did you grow up watching game shows? Do you have favorite game shows now? So put them in because I do still watch Wheel of Fortune now and Jeopardy. I like to think it's keeping the Alzheimer's away with puzzle solving and trivia and stuff like that. I play Wordle, I play strands, connections, stuff like that because I'm trying to build new neural pathways. And then I'll walk into the room and not know why I'm there. So who knows if it's working or not, but I'd like to think I'm at least being a little proactive that way. But definitely, oh, okay. We'll see you when you come back, Aaliyah. Definitely let me know, do you watch any kind of game shows? They've come out, it's funny because I loved Match Game, the ones from the 70s. I used to watch on Buzzer was the channel, in the 90s. Love Match Game. And my parents used to watch it when it was new. So they've tried several times to bring back Match Game. And they just can't. They can't get that Gene Rayburn, Richard Dawson, Charles Nelson Riley, Brett Summers. Is that her last name? That just doesn't sound right. But that original crew, and I mean, you're not, popping ludes and drinking vodka in a studio anymore. I get that. But the same vibe, they've never been able to recapture. So when I heard Martin Short was going to be coming back with a version and hosting it, I was super excited. I love Martin Short. He's of that time, nope. Still can't do it. There's something about that show that will never be able to be recreated. But I love the original for sure. Oh yeah, Mortimer says old school Match Game and Press Your Luck. And Michael says Press Your Luck is his favorite too. Let's see. Luna's wishing and working on some dream projects. I was going to say that. You can't just wish for it. You got to work for it. And I know you are. Lizzie says, I always wanted to use one of those old pricing guns they used to stick prices on stuff. That ended up being my whole job at Spencer's because nobody else wanted to do it. I love the pricing gun. I absolutely love that. Sometimes when I go up to the deli, I'm like, is there anything you need stickers on? Because I just, I love it. I get that 100%. Luna says, always loved Wheel of Fortune and Prices Right. And Family Feud. Another one, that Richard Dawson Family Feud. It may have been a studio petri dish of herpes. We don't know. But I love that he just loved everybody. And that I've seen interviews with him where he's actually gotten emotional being like, there was just nothing other than me wanting to spread joy to people. Now we all know Richard Dawson was a he, he laid some pipe in his day. We all know that. But I do think he, just was trying to give some happiness. And he may have given some herpesness. We don't know. But that's another one that original was fantastic. Couple remakes, not so good. There was the one guy that committed suicide. I can't think of his name. Was his last name Fine? Ray Fine? That just popped in my head. And then there was Louis Anderson. Did he do it for a little bit? And now I watched the Steve Harvey one with my youngest, and like it's, you know, I know you're trying to be funny, but like when you answer, like toe, and the answer is like big butt, it's like it's not even related. Like, what are you talking about? And like everything's like so. Ray Combs, that's it, Tanya. Hi, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for correcting me. Combs, yes. I'm probably thinking fine tooth comb, and that's where I came up with fine. But thank you. Yeah, that was very sad. Um, but it's another one that like Steve Harvey's one has its place. It's been very popular for years, and it's funny if I'm in the mood for it. But sometimes it's just like, come on now, you're taking it too stupid. The naked grandma one, like that one is hysterical. And anytime I see the clips of that one, and did you guys ever see the one, how at the end they have like sudden death if it's like nobody reached a certain score. So it's like one answer and the two people come up and you have to get the one answer to win. And the question was, what's Popeye's favorite food? And this girl buzzes in and she does this whole dance. She goes, chicken, like the confidence. And they're like, no, it's spinach. But she was just so confidently wrong. It was hysterical. Her whole little dance, chicken. It just cracked up. Let's see. Shani. Yes, Richard Dawson kissed everyone. He was a smoochaholic. Oh, that's okay, Tanya. I'm glad you're here. If you were quiet, it's all good. I'm just glad you're joining us. Thank you. Mortimer says, I'm in the middle of my dream, but I'm busting hump like no one's business. Lloyd taught me to make your own damn movie. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Mortimer. That's why she thought it was chicken, because of Popeye's chicken. She didn't realize it was Popeye the Sailor Man, not love that chicken from Popeyes. That's so funny. And there's another one where it was like, what would ruin your wedding? And it got down to a certain amount, were already guests, and like food was already guests there. And the family, I'm not entirely sure what the accent was, but they had an accent, and the one guy guessed no pasta. And Steve's like, we already got food. You can't give me anything. He's like, no pasta. And then finally they go, minister. He's like, oh, no pastor. It was so funny. All right, I will give the new Family Feud more kudos because it is funny. But the original with the little like embroidered looking family things was awesome. That one was for sure super cool. And I agree with Press Your Luck. I used to love like Joker's Wild and Tic Tac Toe, and those were always what was on if you stayed home from school sick, because there wasn't, like talk shows on like now. It was game shows. It was, Price is Right, and Let's Make a Deal. I know that was on. Trying to think what else. Let's see. Mortimer said he talked like Popeye for the last 2 minutes. That's funny. I'm trying to think of something there, because there were like on Buzzer, they would have these old shows, and there was one where it was a man, his wife, and his secretary, and they would have to say who knew the man better, the wife or the secretary. And man, there was some drama on that show. I can't remember what that was called, but that was another one from like the 70s. Card Sharks. Yes, I used to love Card Sharks. Lizzie says, I think I would have had a good shot at winning Card Sharks. The Newlywed Game. Oh my God, that was hysterical. That was one where you would see people getting beat with some cards for sure. PBS. PBS the channel, or was that a game? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is. PBS. PBs. I'm not sure. But Card Sharks, I remember. And like now, like there's one oh the channel. Okay, yeah, PBS channel. Oh, during the day. Yeah. For sure. But I remember like the only night ones were like Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. And now, and then they'd have like nighttime Prices Right. And that was always like, ooh, it's the Twilight Prices Right, because it's on at night. But now they're starting to bring like, have you guys watched The Quiz with Balls? Have you watched this show? I've kind of gotten caught up in a couple of episodes because honestly, I'm kind of curious. The Quiz with Balls, that got my attention. So it's pretty funny, actually. Um, it starts with like a family of, I want to say six people it starts with, and then like they have to get 5 of the question. It's like there's 5 things in a category, and they have to okay, so it's like a family of 5, and there's 6 answers, so they have to stand up and pick what they think it is. And if you get in the wrong thing, the ball comes down and knocks you into some water. And then each round is like there's less chances of getting it right. People wind up getting soaked. It's pretty funny. Excuse me. Hey, Keith. Happy that y'all on here too. Oh, Love Connection. Yes, Love Connection and Dating Game. I'm going to mute you for 1 second because I got a cough. Sorry about that. Yeah, Love Connection, Dating Game. There was a guy on the Dating Game that wound up being a murderer. Did you guys ever hear that story? That was cuckoo bananas. There was that guy. There was the guy on Press Your Luck who figured out the sequence and won all this money and was a dick about it. And he was like Mr. Ego conceited man and telling everybody how he won all this money on it. And he got it in ones. And he used to like throw the money around his apartment and roll around in it. And he went out one night and somebody broke in and stole all his money. And that's why you shouldn't be a dick. So, oh, okay. Jenny likes Jay Farrow. I forgot that was his name. I know who you mean. He's a good host. I like him. Another one that when it first came out, I wasn't interested in was The Floor. And then Brian O'Halloran from Clerks, he's Dante in Clerks, was on it. So I started watching it because I wanted to watch Brian and cheer him on. And then I got wrapped up in it. And that's what happens. That's what happens with me in shows. Like, I would never watch that, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, I get a couple into it and I'm like, oh, I see how you get sucked into these shows. Now there's the 1%, I think is another one. And now Ken Jeong has a 99 to win or something. They're coming at me too fast. I can't keep up. Can't keep up with all these game shows. But I will always, always, always have room in the tank for Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Those are my anchor ones. Let's see. Oh, good night, Kyler. Kyler's saying, all right, everyone, I'm off to bed. I have work tomorrow. Love you all and take care. Be safe. Hope to see you all soon. Sweet dreams, sweetie. Keep us in the loop with your news. I'm so excited for you. That is awesome. Let's see. Lizzie says, I can't hate. I dream of dancing in a shower of money too. Just don't rub it in people's faces. That's the thing. Like, if you win $500,000 and you get it in ones and you want to be like, wah, around your house, you do you. That is fine. It's the whole being a conceited poo-poo head about it that I have a problem with. But if you want to do that, then I say you go for it. That sounds like a whole lot of fun. Oh, okay. Shani watches the 1%. Oh, yes. I've watched it a few times too. Because that's where like it's a whole like arena of people, and then the people that get it wrong get their lights turned off and they're just like, oh, so many people got it wrong. I love any kind of trivia. I will like play Quizzo or whatever at the bar, like, and I'm competitive is the problem. I don't like to lose. So I will play and be a brat about it. And I absolutely love music trivia. That's like one of my favorites is playing music trivia. So I like Name That Tune. They brought that back. I like Beat Shazam. Some of those are a little bit too, like I'm gonna sound like an old head, but the music's too new. I don't understand. I don't get it. But like some of the top 40 of now, I'm just not familiar with, so I would be bad at that. But if it was like 80s and 90s Beat Shazam, Shazam's ass would be broke. I'd be like, bam, bam, bam. So I do like music trivia stuff too. Um, oh, thank you. Yeah. She said Jenny said I'm so good at music. I bet you do well. Some of it like is definitely things I can recognize within a couple notes. But when it's transferred to the piano, it kind of isn't as recognizable to me. Like, if it's I'd have to know the clue to be like, okay, I can name that tune in one note. Like if I didn't know the clue, I probably wouldn't know the song by the piano note. Um, but let's, yeah. Lizzie said, I don't mind losing so long as the winner isn't a satchel of Richards. Sportsmanship matters. Exactly. And I think that's part of the problem is most of the people that I've played trivia against are not, they're sore winners. And I don't like a sore winner. Like, yeah, like you said, sportsmanship matters. Password. Yes. Betty White was like amazing on Password. Um, the password is a Randy undead Victorian. That's hilarious. I love it. Did you guys ever watch Double Dare when you were kids? The Nickelodeon shows? I was actually on a Nickelodeon game show in 8th grade. I kicked ass. I won everything. I even won a trip to Disney World. It was a lot of fun. Um, but like people don't remember Think Fast, but Double Dare is definitely memorable. And I was in the audience for that, like, because they would come to our schools and pick people. And, like me and my friend like switched our name tags and he was a dude. So like obviously my name wasn't Myron. And they're like, what are you guys doing? And then like we got yelled at for doing that. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And I'm glad that my show I didn't get slimed because I would have loved to have gotten slimed, but I don't think they had any way to get cleaned up afterward. So maybe they did. And I just wasn't privy to that part of the local studio. But it was fun to go and like cheer people on for sure. Oh wait, lip service. Was that the lip syncing one on MTV where they would like slow the things up and or like slow them down and speed them up? Because I remember that. I remember Remote Control was with Colin Quinn. And I feel like lip service might have been also. Because if that's the show that I'm thinking of, I remember this one girl did Informer by Snow. And when they sped it up, I'm like, how do you even like, because I can actually like sing along with that. Um, but I don't know that I could keep up with it sped up. So, oh, okay. It's through our theater arts class in middle school. It is the right show. Okay, so that is what lip service was. I'm remembering that correctly because that was on MTV. And I used to love that show. I wasn't allowed to watch MTV, so I'd have to like go find somebody's house to sneak over to at the right time that the show was on, or I would get them to record it for me and watch it later because it was such a I think that's why certain music videos I can stand there and act out the entire thing because I've watched them 100,000 times because they were the ones that I would have recorded for me. And if I was allowed to watch MTV, I wouldn't remember any of this stuff. But it's because it was forbidden channel. Yes, remote control kicked butt when they'd have them like strapped down to the like Craftmatic bed at the end because they had the recliner, but I feel like the final round you were strapped down and that was pretty cool. Sorry, I got a cough again. I don't know what keeps. Okay, sorry. Oh, Mortimer did Extreme by More Than Words. Awesome. Yes, Informer by Snow. And I can still see her. She had this long, straight hair, and I feel like she had a backwards baseball cap on and sunglasses, and was like doing Informer, and they kept speeding it up, and she kept up. Like, if I can find the YouTube of that, if I can find the video of that somewhere, I will definitely post it because it was impressive as hell. Super duper impressive. Um, but those are the shows I wish that they would bring back because they were really fun. And it seems like, you know, so many times what they bring back is like, "Wah, wah, wah." It doesn't work the same, but I kind of feel like something like that would, because music, it evolves, it changes, but it's still music. So Mortimer says, I can do Snow. I can keep up with it. I can absolutely sing along with that. I'm not going to do it here because I need the song playing to sing along with. That's going to be my affirmation tomorrow. Is going to be me singing along to Snow. Like, yeah. So we have about 15 minutes left already. Today is flying. So since I'm trying to get better at this, I'm going to once again say, if you have not yet gotten your copy of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go, please go to learnedingogo.com. You can get your copy as an ebook or a paperback. Paperbacks come in signed versions and just regular versions. And if you go to my site, I do have links to Amazon as well, or you can buy them directly from me. So thank you so much to everybody who has already gotten a copy. I really, really appreciate it so much. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to make it an audiobook. I definitely need to finish this room so that I can get it more, soundproof. It's a work in progress, trying to balance everything. So it'll get there, but I definitely want to get it done. Don't jinx the weather. I feel like I missed a thing here because the night is young and you're so beautiful. B flat. Yes. Awesome. I'm sure you guys have made a video of that. That just seems like something you would have recreated and made a video of. I can picture that. Yeah, my train just crashed. I was going to say something and it just went. So rather than making me have to think, why don't we play a little pick a page? Pick a page, pick a page. I have book 1 or book 2. Do you guys want to pick a page from my book? Or do you want to pick a page from Brenda Love's Encyclopedia of Unusual Sex Practices? Let me know in the comments what book you would like to pick a page from tonight. Yes, the Christmas video. Absolutely. I remember that, Mortimer. So somebody pick a book and pick a page between 1 and 300. We have my book. All right, Mortimer picked a page, but which book would you like to read from tonight? I can go back and forth too. We can do one from each. So, Unusual Sex Practices or Go-Go? Which book are we picking? Do. I better not do that. I'm going to get snagged with copyright if I start doing the Jeopardy theme. All right, I've got the sex book in my hand, so we're going to go with that. Oh, dealer's choice. Thank you. I just chose. All right. So 213 is piercings. I feel like we have gotten piercings before. A piercing in this text refers to temporarily puncturing the skin. Permanent piercings are referred to as ringing. Piercings were used by many ancient cultures in their rites of passage. The piercings used by some cultures were in fact much more horrendous than the skin piercings used today. There are Mayan artifacts depicting a man pulling a cord with protruding thorns through his tongue. I thought that was actually going somewhere else. I'm glad that it didn't go where my brain went. Plains Indians have sundance ceremonies where they pierce the muscle above each breast with a stick and, tying cords to the ends, hang from a tree until either the stick or the muscle tears loose. I think that's enough of piercings for tonight. Okay. So, oh, thank you. So Severian says it's legal because I'm doing a cover of the Jeopardy theme. I don't know. Every time I pierce. My lord. Every time I post my podcast, I get dinged for copyright for my theme song, which my brother wrote back in the 90s, by the way. That's an original tune written by my brother. And they won't play my theme song in India because of copyright. If I somehow wind up having this huge following in India, I'll worry about it then. But for now, thank you, Big Brother, for my theme song. All right, let's pick a page from this book. What page would you guys like me to read from Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go? Do, 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 do. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. I may be overtired. Don't mind me. Pick a page between 1 and 300. All right, 164, says Lizzie. That'd be funny if I had it like open to that, but I don't. Okay, so 164. Let's see. My routine made me comfortable, and being comfortable made me confident. Dancing equaled tips, so I had to keep not only showing up to work, but also getting up on stage and walking around for tips to make sure I got the money. That was enough motivation to keep me repeating the habit over and over. I know what chapter that's about. Creating positive habits. All right, let's see. Luna says 129. We'll go back to this next book. I started singing that in my head to the tune of Shots. I'm like, sucks, 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 everybody. All right, 129. And in case you didn't catch on, if I'm reading from this book and you're under 18, you can mute us now because I don't know what it's going to be about and I don't want to get in trouble. So 129. Handkerchief codes. Handkerchief codes are used by some S&M and gay groups. Colors denote preference for specific sexual activities, and placing the handkerchief on the left side of the body tells potential partners the wearer is a top, one who does this to another. Colors on the right side of the body signal that the person is a bottom, one who has the act done to them. Therefore, people look for matching colored handkerchiefs on the opposite side of the prospective partner's body. The following chart shows the significance of specific colors. Okay, so first of all, I knew about the handkerchief code, but I did not know what colors meant what. So this is kind of cool. I mean, assuming that the colors mean the same thing that they did in 1992 when this came out. So black is heavy S&M. Dark blue is anal sex. Light blue is oral sex. Robin's egg blue, that's very specific, is light S&M. Brown is coprophilia. Now they're going to make me have to look up other shit while I'm figuring this out, okay? Gray is bondage. Green is prostitution. Lavender is group sex. Lemon is catheters. Maroon is vampirism, menstruating. I guess we could just say blood sports for that one. Mustard is food games. That makes sense. Olive drab is costumes, military. Orange is anything. Anything goes. Pink is breasts and lactophilia. Purple is piercing. We're back to piercings again. Red is fisting. White is novice. White lace is corsets, etc. And yellow is Europhilia. I can kind of fill in the blank for that one. Codes are not perfectly standardized, and embarrassing mistakes have occurred. At one time, right and left sides had opposite meanings for those living on the East and West Coast. Now, could everybody just agree on a code? Because that would be embarrassing to, like, think you're getting one thing and then, woohoo, surprise! Like, that's not cool. All right, so now I'm looking up coprophilia because I don't know what that word means. The rest of it I did know or could assume. So there's coprolalia, coprophagy. Okay, coprophilia. I wish I didn't look that up. It refers to one who is sexually aroused by feces. I probably should have figured that out just because it wasn't one of the other colors. Like, and that should be a brown one. Is it brown? I think it is brown. That makes sense. Okay. I'm not going to get into the deeper description of that. We'll just keep that where. All right. So one more, pick a page, and we'll do this book, and then we will wrap up the games for tonight. Let's see. Oh, okay. So Lizzie says, I've heard of that. There was an online giggle over some racist caught on tape that he had a handkerchief in his back pocket. All right. Love when racists get caught doing things that are embarrassing to them. All right. And Mortimer says that explains a lot of the strange conversations from different people while in a suit. Not that kind of handkerchief. Be in your back pocket, not in your front pocket. All right. Pick a page 1 through 300, and we will do one more. One more page. I think there is a lag, Luna, because when I ask, it seems to take a while. Hey, Lisa! Yay! I'm so glad you're here. And she says, we got 3 in at once, but Lisa didn't pick yet. So we're going to pick Lisa's for 212. And Mortimer and Lizzie, hold on to your numbers for next time. But thank you so much for giving me a couple more. I very, very much appreciate it. All right, so 212. Whether you are an atheist, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, vegan, cyclist, CrossFitter, ... that's your business. Whether you are still following the cues from your childhood or have decided that your truth means something else, that is entirely your call. Personally, I love learning new things, and I like to hear about other people's belief systems. I may not believe the same things, but if you aren't trying to force me into sharing your feelings on the subject, I can still be curious and respect that you feel the way that you do. So that is from Fantasy versus Exploitation. You have to follow the rules. And see there. Let's see. Oh, Mortimer, you know I love you. So, you know what? I'll do your numbers too. Why not? We'll do 148 in the sex book, and then we'll do 284 in the go-go book, and then it will be time for me to wrap this up for this evening. But this is fun. I like learning new things. So, like I just said in this really cool book I wrote. All right, 140. Oh, pictures. Got to make sure the pictures don't come on. I might get in trouble. Come on. Kleptophilia. Kleptophilia is the act of becoming sexually aroused by stealing objects. This differs somewhat from the kleptomaniac, who usually has an uncomfortable urge to steal items they don't need. The word kleptomania was coined in 1838 for several kings who had the habit of stealing worthless goods. Kleptomania was not only practiced by kings, but also by St. Augustine, one of the founding fathers of the Catholic Church. In Confessions, he states, "Yet I lusted to thieve, and did it compelled by no hunger nor poverty." Okay, I guess I wanted to steal things and I didn't really need to. So men and women both have participated in kleptophilia. There was a case of a woman who had a doll fetish. Her husband discovered her playing with them one afternoon and destroyed her collection. She went into a depression and later resorted to stealing replacement dolls. Interesting. And so 284 in the go-go book. Yeah, that's an 8. Okay. All right, I got to go a page before for the beginning of the sentence, but I'm laughing because I know who this is about. When you are an enabler, you're not looking out for someone's best interest. You're just looking for a way to keep them quiet in a place where you feel like they are happy, even if that means you are not. In some cases, this could make you feel like you're an even better person because of your martyrdom. That is tricksy. That is false. That's what made me laugh. Recognize that if you genuinely love someone, the kindest thing you can do is to help them stay on the path to success, no matter how hard that may be. What spark of kindness can you share to start a fire of positivity in the world? Yay! We know who is tricksy, who is false. We have spoken of Schmigel before. All right, Lisa says that she likes learning new things too. Never ever stop learning, guys. Like, you will never ever know it all. So just keep learning new stuff. And if it's not for you, you can say, you know what? Now it's a thing I know. That's all. So let's see. Oh, stealing souls. Oh no. Don't do that. You got to keep them in a little box in your underwear drawer if you start stealing souls. But anyway, I am so happy that you guys all hopped on here with me tonight for our Wednesday night chat. I look forward to it so much every week, and I love you all, and I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me. Please, if you get a chance, share my link tree. That will take you to all things Sid. It's got the website for my book. It's got the podcast links where you can listen on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, iHeartRadio. It's got the links to YouTube and to Facebook. And what else is on there? Oh, my socials. You can get there too. So please share, invite your friends to hang out too. Friends, making more friends is always fun. So I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week. And if life is coming at you hard, make sure you take it head on, because when you stick your head in the sand, you think you're hiding from the world, but everybody else just sees a big ass. Love ya.